Hello, how are you? All right? Tremendous job this cleaning the trophies. There's been some tremendous cups and medals and trophies, as I say, won by the famous Wolverhampton Wanderers down the years. 1988-89 season was a tremendous season for everyone connected with the club, and this is just a small, how can I say, a small recollection of memories that I've had from standing in at the back of the goalmouth there, watching the team doing so well. Just as I say, just to jog your memory of the 1988-89 season. It wasn't the best of starts, obviously, after the 1987-88 season when we won the Sherpa Van Trophy and dominated the 4th Division. The 1988-89 season started where we didn't really want it to start with a 3-1 defeat at Bury. And as I say, there was some tremendous goals, some exciting action, some defensive bloopers as well, which we recorded on tape, and this will be, as I say, a small recollection of those things that have happened at Molineux and on the away grounds in 1988-89. This is the team that won the 3rd Division that year. As you can see, we're all smiles. It's the beginning of the pre-season period, and you know, we've got the Sherpa Van Trophy and the 4th Division title in front of us there. It's the same every season. We have our pre-season training, and everybody's got high expectations about the season to come. That started late in August against Bury, which, as I say, didn't start the best of seasons with a 3-1 defeat, but it all came together in the 2nd week of May in the following year when the 3rd Division title was attained. It's something that we'd all set our heart on, and something that obviously we're very proud to have achieved. The defeat at Bury told its own story. It wasn't the start that we'd hoped for, and as I say, the next game was a home game against Reading. I'm afraid that the problem there was that we fell for the Reading set-piece long throw, which was taken from the place that I'm standing in now, was thrown into the goalmouth, and that gave Reading the 1-0 lead. What happened from there was that the lads dug in, and we managed to claw our way back into the game, and we started to play the kind of football that the people at Molineux have become accustomed to. After that welcome 2-1 win, the next game at Molineux was one which I'm sure was one of the most exciting games ever seen at Molineux that season. The tremendous 3-3 draw against Port Vale. The bad thing about that was that Robbie Earle's first goal, which came after 14 seconds, tied the record that of the quickest goal ever let in by yours truly. 14 seconds, as I say, but the lads really dug the reels in, came back in tremendous style, and as I said, it's one of the most exciting games that I've ever played in at Molineux, and I'm sure that you would think the same. Worth the admission price, that one, don't you think? Well, here I am, standing on the south bank, and what a tremendous place to watch a football match from. A little bit of a different angle to what I'm used to standing in the goals there. As I say, tremendous spectacle from up here, and you must have seen a load of tremendous action over the years watching the football matches from this vantage point. Yes, it is a tremendous view from up here, and the next clip that we're going to go into is the game against Fulham at Craven Cottage. Little did they know the part that they were going to play in our season, and that will be seen a little bit later in the video. But as I say, straight into the game at Craven Cottage in a 2-2 draw. A tremendous start for the lads, but it seemed as if all our good work was going to be undone.
Corner on the far side then for Wolves. It's Dennison. Robertson's in there, Clark's in there. And Stannard misses his punch. The goal stands, turned in by Andy Much, the number 10 for Wolves. Then with Jim Stannard. A little more urgency about Fulham's play in this half, certainly. And a great flick on by Andy Sayer. Now then, could Wilson finish? A tremendous goal by the Fulham skipper. That's what the home fans have come to see. Andy Sayer with the flick on. He threatened to do it just a couple of minutes ago. Gained by the scruff of the neck and come back from a very rocky first 45. And enjoying their best spell of the game here. Ball in midfield falls to Gary Barnett. Now Andy Sayer surely being pulled back. The referee has given a penalty. Absolutely correct in my opinion. In the space of 2 minutes, Fulham have a chance to completely turn the game around. Skinner against Kendall. Is this number 2? It is. The perfect penalty by Justin Skinner. Sends the keeper the wrong way. The Fulham fans on the Hammersmith end are ecstatic. It's the wrong one because it brought them their opening goal. Phil Chard. Flick on by Phil Gooding. Likes to add his height to the forward line. It's Gooding on the burst, and a great goal from Gooding. Gary Bellamy, the number 2, up supporting the attack, laid the ball into the path of Mike Gooding, the young man who was unlucky with a shot in the first half that came back off the post, making no mistake this time, a right footer in under that crossbar of Jim Stannard. Robinson. Bellamy it is. Bellamy, and tremendous save by Stannard. And the whistle's gone. There's an offside flag raised. The goal won't count. Stannard parried the first drive from Gary Bellamy. Gary Barnett's corner. In it comes. Gary Peters is up and jumping. Peters again. Andy Sayer. And the ball falls to Wilson, and the ball is in the Wolves net, but the linesman's flag is up. And just as we've had a goal disallowed at the other end, this time it's a Fulham forward who's offside. Robert Wilson's goal will count for nothing.
Lucky to get back for a share of the points in that game, I think. But we're standing here in front of the Waterloo Road stand now, and I was lucky enough to play here in 1979 with Spurs when all 4 sides of the ground were open, and a tremendous atmosphere that evening. I think that's the only thing that we're lacking from Molineux at the moment, is just having the 2 sides of the ground open. In the olden days, with the 1950s and 60s games, these seats used to be really full, and I think if we're to go on as a club now, these seats really need to be filled again. I mean, hopefully that the council and the football club can sort something out, and that the Waterloo Road stand can be opened up again, and for the use of you, the fans. As I say, the next clip we're going into is the Wigan game at home, in which you'll be treated to a lovely portion of Bully's pace and his tremendous shooting power. And just have a little look, if you've got a freeze frame on your video, that I'm sure that Mark Ildich's goal for Wigan was touched in by his hand. Just have a little look. You've just caught me at the wrong time. In the makeup chair, ready for the video. As I say, next on my list is the game against Bolton that we had at Burnden Park. Very difficult side to beat on their own ground, and as they came up with us from the 4th Division, there was a lot of rivalry between us. As I say, the goal which came from Robbie was one of his extra set free kicks, and one you'll see which is a bit of a rarity from Bully, one with his left foot. What you'll have to look out for there is the cross that I came for that I couldn't get an express and start under me, and that was what caused the Bolton goal. As I say, a tremendous game, as you'll see in the next clip.
Thompson fighting for the ball, neatly played to Phil Brown. But is there anyone inside? Oh! Stevens with a header, but well saved by Kendall. Henshaw up against Stevens. What can he do? Ball out to Henshaw again. Deep cross, Morgan. It's a goal! Morgan has won every header he's been going for today, and now he has put it into the net. Goal by Dennison for Wolves. Ball with a chance. Oh no.
Hi there, how you doing? All right, pleased to meet you. How you doing? What are you after?
I'm interested in some details about a book that you've got, because my father used to play for Wolves in the reserve team.
His name?
David Wright.
David Wright. Okay, we'll see if we can find the gentleman some knowledge of his dad in the Wolves Encyclopedia, 1595 from the club shop, not to be missed. In there, sir, 1595. Should be able to find out all you want to know about your dad.
You sure?
I hope so.
Right.
Thanks very much. Cheers. 1595. Cheap at half the price, that one.
There's 15.
I want the 95. How's that? I'll give him the 95 because he's took part in the video. How's that? Steven Spielberg, you don't know what you're missing. Checking out some of the souvenirs in the shop. Tremendous place to come and buy your Wolves souvenirs. The next clip of film is the Huddersfield game, in which the first goal for Huddersfield is a little bit of a problem between me and Floyd Street, the normal immaculate Floyd Street. A little bit of a misunderstanding, as I say, but later on in the game we scored 4 great goals, and I think it was then that we realised that we really take the 3rd Division by storm. A tremendous game in which you'll see 5 tremendous goals. Into December now for the next clip. It was a tremendous game for everyone associated with the club. Christmas came early, really. We had a sack full of goals in a 6-2 win, and if you notice a little bit later on in the clip, you'll see one of groundsman Bill Pilgrim's cunningly placed divots helping Andy Thompson to a long-range cracker. That's my excuse. Billy is telling me that's where I mark the 6-yard line. I'm not supposed to do that really, but as I say, it's helped Andy to a goal, and as you see later on in there, it really took a little bit of a deflection. Joe counting out my wages, as you can see. Lots of £10 notes there. The problem being that I get mine in twopence. A tremendous way to earn your living. Our last game of 1988 came at Griffin Park, Brentford. Just as Andy Thompson's long-range cracker in the Mansfield game caused Brian Cox, the Mansfield keeper, some problems, I get caught out in this game by a long-range shot from Keith Jones. 2-1 down with 3 minutes to go. Who do you ask for in a crisis? That man bully again comes up with the winner with just, as I say, 3 minutes to go. Our last game in 1988 was to set up a tremendous 1989 for us.
Still patiently probing and keeping possession, keeping their heads. Neil Smiley with the cross, ball for Kevin Godfrey, and Godfrey scores! After 8 minutes, Godfrey with his first goal for Brentford. Position, in fact, to the one where Millen hit the bar. And from Kendall, and must be by Evans, it's put in, and that's number 2. And it's the same combination, and it's not given. The referee has called play back. He said he's quick, he's lightning reflexes in the box, and there, in fact, there's a goal for Wolves. And it's Andy Knox, the number 10. Well, that will really want a little bit of a tragedy for Brentford. Just a couple of minutes to half-time. And Andy Sinton moving in all alone on keeper Kendall. Smiley does well again, turns the ball infield to Keith Jones. The skipper lines himself up for a shot, and it goes in. And that really completely surprised Mark Kendall. It surprised me too, and I wonder indeed if it surprised the very good skipper. Keith Jones from 25 yards with the right foot, his third goal of the season. of 55 minutes, and Brentford have the lead again. They lead by 2 goals to 1. So Brentford now, as we come down to the final few minutes of this game. Just keep their heads, keep possession. Ball here though, they've got some defending to do here, and he's done it! Would you believe it? 2 minutes remaining. Steve Ball, as we were saying, he almost looked as if his legs had gone in the last 15 minutes, and there he was forced wide by Millen. I somehow thought he wasn't going to get the shot in, but showing all the poise and all the instinct of a natural goal scorer, Steve Ball finds his 100th league and cup goal in 88 minutes, and Wolves have got it back to 2 apiece.
Probably one of the unseen places at the football club. Liverpool have got a very famous one, a boot room. As I say, here I am cleaning my boots for one of the games, and trying to keep them in a bit of tip-top condition. As I said earlier in the video, Fulham really didn't know the part that they were going to play in our season. They came to Molineux and were involved in a tremendous 5-2 game. The goals that I say were of the best quality, and later on in the clip, if you just have a little look out for one of the best own goals I've seen from Fulham's Glenn Thomas. Perhaps another thing that you haven't seen at the football club, the physio's room. Here I am sitting on the treatment table. You know, I spent a lot of 1989 on that with the problems I had with my right knee. But luckily enough, I managed to come back early May to play in the Northampton game. And what a tremendous game then we had on the 9th of May, Tuesday evening, with Sheffield United. They were involved in the FA Cup. So luckily we had a rearranged game, and the script writers couldn't have staged it any better. Tremendous evening between both clubs, the fans, the players, and the officials of the clubs made a tremendous night, as I say, a very memorable night at Molineux, a 2-2 draw. We took the lead with Steve's great header. They came back with 2 tremendous goals, and there we are, what we've come to expect from Robbie, another one of his tremendous free kicks. You've seen 26 goals so far in the video, and the next 2 that you see turned out to be 2 of the most important of the season. It sent us up into the 2nd division as 3rd division champions, and fair play to Sheffield United. They played tremendously well, and the draw gave them the runners-up spot.
Andy Much, Dennison. Vaughan. Good running from Much. He's got ball on the far post. The clip comes in. Steve Ball has done it. The magic combination works again. Corner, quickly taken. Agana, little back flick. In it comes, the header, it's there. Stancliffe has done it. The United captain at the near post. A lovely little back flick from Agana. Away from Bellamy. Gooding, long ball forward. Stancliffe is there. Pike forward. Agana gets the shot in, and Kendall is stranded. Thompson pushes it forward, and this time Sandycliffe fouls Vaughan. So free kick edge of the box. Vaughan with Dennison. Dennison clips it. Oh, superb goal from Robbie Dennison. The wall lined up. Dennison saw a gap, took 2 steps forward and clipped it over the wall, and neatly inside Tracy's left-hand post. And the Wolves fans celebrate again.
As I say, in summing up, the 1988-89 season produced some tremendous football at Molineux. It was probably some of the best football ever seen at the club. I was in a privileged position to see most of it, and as I say, I'd like to thank you for buying this video. It proves that your heart's in the right place. Together, perhaps we can put the club where it rightly belongs, in the 1st division. Now, by popular demand, these 2 boots did something tremendous for the club and for the player in question at the back end of May in 1989. A young lad called Steve Bull, who some of you might know, came on as substitute for England against Scotland at Hampden and did what I think we all wished he and hoped he could. This right foot, this boot here, did what Steve Bull and everybody at the club wanted him to do. Scored against Jim Leighton, and it scored the winner for England. Bet that was a magic moment for Steve. Well, here we are back in the club shop, where you can purchase your extra copies of this video from, as I say, from the club shop. And you better get down here quick. They're going like hotcakes. I'm just off to collect my new car from the Wolverhampton Toyota dealers. How's that? Oh, the camera's gone! Put the blooper on there.
Again.